You have 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Second, 2 out, Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series. Open, Chicago with the lead. Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship.
Under it, and to the middle with the 15, to the 20, breaks free of the 25, to the 30, to the outside, 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the coast, 20, 15, Hester 5, touchdown Bears!
Time in 6 seasons, it's one goal achieved. The Chicago Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it, throw to Rizzo. It's in time, and the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Shawn and Maya in the morning on this House Music Monday edition. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. Listen, if you're watching us on Facebook Live, well, then I guess you found us on Facebook. And if you're not following us on Facebook, what? Listen, go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago. Okay, click the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple, just like that. But wait, not so fast, my friends. Okay, wait. While you're there, while you're on Facebook, do me a favor. Go to Shawn and Maya in the morning. Go to the show's Facebook page. Go to Shawn and Maya in the morning. Okay. And I'm not liking this lighting here with the fudge crackers. It's a little bright from this side. Yeah, a little bright. I'll deal with that at the commercial. Anyway, go to Shawn and Maya in the morning. Like that page as well. And now you're following Sports Zone Chicago and Shawn and Maya in the morning. If you're watching us on our YouTube channel, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, come on, man, get with the program. All right, go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button. Okay. And now, not only that, but then there's a bell. There's a notification button. Click that button as well. It's a little bell right next to it. Click that, and that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. It'll notify you. Hence the notification button. All right. If you're watching us on our mobile app, good. Thank you. Download our mobile app. Wait, you didn't know we had a mobile app? Come on, man. You got to keep up with the Joneses in them. Listen. All right, wherever you get your apps from, you go there. Whether it's iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Walmart, Kmart, 7-Eleven, Zayre, Zemsky, Macy's, Montgomery Ward, Venture, wherever you get them from. Go there, type in Sports Zone Chicago, download it. Take us with you on the go. Not only do you get Shawn and Maya in the morning 3 days a week, not only do you get our other live shows throughout the week, not only are they archived there like they are on Facebook and YouTube, but you know what? We give you a slew, and I mean a slew of articles thanks to my man Clarence Council III. Big ups to my man Clarence for keeping you abreast of all articles Chicago sports related. And if you're watching this on our Roku channel, yay. That's what I'm talking about. Now listen, if you didn't know, you better ask somebody. We got a Roku channel, baby. Come on, keep up with them, with us. All right, we have a Roku channel, okay? If you have a Roku device in the house, okay, a Roku TV, do us a favor. Download the tile. Download our tile, the Sports Zone Chicago tile, and you know how to do it. If you don't, ask the kids. They know how to do it. Guarantee. But you've already downloaded Stars because Power Book 2 is coming up. Power Book 2 Season 3 with Tariq in college and Mary J. and Meth who are in there. You've downloaded Paramount Plus because you're watching Yellowstone. All right, you've downloaded a whole bunch of other stuff. You know how to do it. Just do it. Do it. Like my friend Ben Stiller said, do it. Do it. We appreciate it. We would appreciate it if you did that. Listen, you can also tweet the show. You can tweet us at Sports Zone Shy. That's CHI at Sports Zone Shy. But listen, if you want to follow me, just me personally online, you want to know what I did? You want to know what I did? Well, let me tell you what I did. You want to know what I did? Here's what I did. I made it nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy. One handle for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, the Snapper, and TikTok. I'm a TikToker. I know. Don't at me. All one handle. You see it at the bottom of the screen at the Shawn Sierra. If you want to follow my lovely co-host, Maya Akai, you can follow her on Facebook and Twitter at the Sports Chica. If you want to follow her on Instagram because you're an IGer and you do it just for the gram, well, then just follow her at Maya_Akai. It's MAYA_AKAI. I would be remiss if I didn't bring him out. He's a man who makes everything run smoothly behind the curtains. And pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. That's my man, Steve Weekly. Steve, what's up, Papa? How are you?
How's it going?
How you doing?
I can't tell if I'm looking at the computer or not. The sun's right in my face.
I see. It's all in your face.
Yeah, but for the first time, I can say I'm bright.
Cheesy dad joke. Insert cheesy dad joke.
I is one of those though. So
are you? That's awesome. That's awesome. Listen, we have an abbreviated show today. It is President's Day, but I did want to get on and talk with you guys. There's some things that happened over the weekend, just some sports. I just don't want to get disconnected from you guys. All right, I just don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. It would hurt me. I would miss you. No, I don't want to. I wanted to talk, but I didn't want the full show. So we're going to go 9 to 11 today. It was a little shorter, but it's going to feel weird. It's weird. So here we go. Who we have on today? Listen, we have a phenomenal show, but we need you to get interactive. So listen, whatever platform you're watching us on, whether it's Facebook, whether it's YouTube, whether it's our mobile app, here's what you do. You go there, and you can't connect with us live via StreamYard. Okay, you can't do that yet. I'm sure they're working on it. But the other platforms, whatever platform you're watching us on, whether it's Facebook, whether it's YouTube, whether it's our mobile app, leave it a question or comment on that particular platform. It'll come up here in the thread. Okay, and either I will get to it or my super producer Steve will get to it. We'll put it on the screen. We'll talk about it. We're going to incorporate it into the show. All right, and that's what makes this the best morning show around. Is your participation, your questions, your comments, your smart ass remarks. Bring them all, baby. I want all that smoke. Bring them all. Let's talk about them. Okay, if you have thin skin, this is not the show for you. We keep it real. Okay, we say what we feel. We say what we mean. We mean what we say. We say what we feel. And again, we're not solving the world's problems here. Okay, we're talking sports. It's a break from reality, so to speak, for a little while. All right, and sometimes we get a little fired up, and it's okay because we're passionate about our teams. We're passionate about Chicago sports. We're passionate about the Bears, the Bulls, the Sox, the Cubs, the Blackhawks. We're passionate about them all, even when they suck, like most of them do now. We're still passionate about them. So it's okay, baby. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Just bring your passion. Just bring it along. It's more than welcome here at Sports Zone Chicago. So today, 10 o'clock, top of the hour, our man Alex Shapiro from NBC Sports Chicago. He's going to come on. We're going to talk some Bears with him, baby. We're going to talk. He just wrote an article. Yesterday he wrote an article. He did a mock draft. I like it a little bit. All right. They traded 3 times in the first round or 3 times in the draft. Still got a premium defensive lineman. So, yeah. We're going to talk to him 10 o'clock today. Alex Shapiro from NBC Sports Chicago. He's going to join us. And we're going to go over his mock draft and just talk the scenarios. You know what we're going to do? You know what we're going to do today? We're going to party and bullshit and party and bullshit. That's what we're going to do. It's President's Day, okay? And, I don't know. I just want to have fun today. More fun than usual. Because listen, keep it real. We have fun here all the time. But today I want it to be a little more informal. Just have a good time. Like I said, party and bullshit and party and bullshit. That's it. We're gonna have a good time today. I'm telling you what, I'm fired up. I am fired up for today. Even though it's only a 2-hour show, I'm still fired up because we get to talk sports. We get to talk Chicago sports with a little national news sprinkled in there, like the NBA All-Star Game, like the XFL. All right, but we predominantly we talk and keep it Chicago sports. All right. So I'm excited to talk with you guys today. I'm excited for you guys to get involved in the conversation today. I'm excited for you guys to join the chat. All right, let's see who we got going on so far. Cornelius Squall's in the house. What up, Papa? How you doing? But Shawn Wall's in the Mickey Ficky house. Yeah, House Music Monday, baby. Mr. Shode, what up? What's up, Papa? How are you? And the rest of my sports owners. Listen, we got more than 3 people watching. Just say hi. Just hello. Tell me where you're from. Hello from Phoenix. Hello from Texas. Hello from Chicago. Hello from Cali. Hello from Florida. All you guys watching, just say hello. Just type in hello from, let me know where you're at. Okay? That'd be cool. I'd like to see where more of where our fans are coming in, are watching from. I'd just like to know. And I know you have some people who are lurkers and just like to watch and don't say anything behind the shadows. Just kind of like, I'm watching you. Like, all right, it's cool. It's cool. But show yourself. Announce yourself. I'm telling you, dude, I'm on one. It's not like I'm drunk or anything. I feel, it's a great day. If you have to go and go into work, there's a lot less traffic because of President's Day. Like the schools are off, the banks are closed. So it's going to be a nice day for traffic. All right, I got to head up north a little later this afternoon. And, I'm looking forward to the less traffic that I'm going to have to deal with. Okay. Yeah, I got to go all the way from Orland Park up north. But I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be pretty cool. My trip up north. I'm excited. It's going to be fun. It's going to be dope. But Alex Shapiro, 10 o'clock. We have a lot to get to. Luis Mejia in the house. What's up, Papa? Hey, you back from Puerto Rico or what? Are you still on the island? Huh? Are you still on the island? Because if you are, man, I hate you. I'm jealous as a mother Hubbard. If you're still on the island, I am jealous. If not, we're cool. Shorty, my wife gets all these holidays off. I'm so jealous. Hey, I hear you, bro. I hear you. Oh, he's back. Hey, I don't know why either, man. You got to get you a remote gig, a remote job. And I know your ass would be in DR or Puerto Rico, one of those, going back and forth between those two places. I know you would, Ross. Good to have you back, baby. Good to have you back. Good to have you back. He's coming from Rise and Grind. I'm sure he was over at the field house working out this morning. See, that's the one thing about my guy Lewis. So Lewis he's in shape. We fit people like to stay together. But his level of fitness is on another level than mine, a higher level than mine, because he meal preps. And I'm too lazy to meal prep. Like, I'm disciplined in other aspects of my life, but when it comes to meal prep, I'm like, man, I don't feel like meal prepping. I don't feel like, because then I got to go shopping. Then I got to prepare it. I don't feel like cooking all the time. It's like cook here. I still feel like cooking. All right. But we're probably gonna have to change that soon. I used to order meals prepped from a buddy of mine. He has a meal prep thing here in the Chicagoland area. And it's I shouldn't say it got expensive, because it probably costs less. It's about $100 a week. About $100 a week, a little over $100 a week. So $400 a month. You spend that much on groceries. And that was just for lunch and dinner. All right, just for lunch and dinner. And maybe I will. No, Shorty, no more Italian beefs. And don't get me wrong, I have a cheat day here. You got to have a cheat day. You can't just keep going strict. You need a cheat day. So listen, I'm not Italian beef. I like Italian beef, but it activates my gout. Red meat activates my gout. So I'd rather have Italian sausage. So give me Italian sausage dip with mozzarella, sweet peppers. Woo, Charlie. Don't play with me. You got to have it dipped, though. You got to have it dipped. That's the only way to eat it. You got to have it dipped. Well, hey, guys, I'm fired up to talk to you guys. So listen, let's check it out. Guys, you know how we do. The first segment of every show is called Top of the Morning.
It won't come when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
Here we go, baby. Good. You just fast 14 to 16 hours. I'm on that too. You know what? Shorty, I do intermittent fasting as well, and that's what helps me. That's what's been helping me keep my weight down. And I got to get back into diet and a better diet and exercise, and it'll really fall off me. But yeah, so from 12 to 8 p.m. is my eating window. 12 to 8. So from 8 p.m. all the way overnight, all the way till 12 noon when I don't eat. Those are my fasting hours. So yeah. Yeah, it really is. It really, really is. It is. Yeah. There's a lot of studies and various studies that talk about why fasting is good for you, how it regenerates the body and stuff like that. Southside Bear in the house. Good morning, Papa. Armando Emeterio Lara Jr. What's up? You never got the notification. What? You better check your setups. You better check your setups. You better check your setups. And if you're there, you might be sitting there with your road dogs, with Armando Emeterio Lara the fourth, and with Jeremiah, JoJo and Jeremiah. If you are JoJo, Jeremiah, good morning. Good morning, boys. Armando or Junior, I fast for 2 minutes. Hassan, what's up, Papa? Good morning. Hey, remind me which one of you, I can't remember. It might have been Hassan. It might have been you. I can't remember who got the t-shirt. Because I tried to go back into the comments with the address and I couldn't find it. So listen, reach out to me on Facebook, reach out to me on YouTube, or reach out to me on social media. You got my handle right here at the Shawn Sierra. It's reach out to me. I need your address. I need it. You know what? Let me go check. I'll also go back and check on the YouTube stream as well, because I just checked on the Facebook stream for the address. I just thought about that right now. I want to get that shirt out to you as soon as I can. Yeah. Trading Placia. I think Trading Places. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot who mentioned it. The trading extra primo good, sir. That's dope. Extra primo good, sir. Well, let's get right to it, baby. The first top of the morning topic: the Blackhawks. The Blackhawks, they beat the Toronto Maple Leafs yesterday 5-2. Patrick Kane scored not one, not two, but three of them. 1, 2, 3. 3 goals. Got the Hattie with the hat trick. Yesterday's 12th, 13th, and 14th goals of the season. He also assisted on a goal, giving him on his 27th helper of the season. Max Domi had a goal, his 15th, and he was the exact opposite of Kaner. Kaner had 3 goals and assist. Max Domi had 1 goal and 3 assists, his 25th, 26th, and 27th helpers of the season. And Gutman had an empty netter to finish out the scoring. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. If the Hawks win every once in a while, just don't get too used to it. All right. If you're going for the number 1 overall pick, Connor Bedard, then you can't be winning too many games. Okay. Yeah. Now you need to go on another 4 or 5 game losing streak before you win another game. 4 or 5 game losing streak before you win another game. Okay. If you're in the hunt for Connor Bedard, and he is the number 1 prospect, and the hype about him is real. All right. It is intense. So if that's your dude and you believe all the hype that surrounds him, then you better keep losing. All right. You better keep losing. Patrick Kane had some interesting comments about the Blackhawks. Think about the people who go elsewhere. All right. Kirby Doc left. Andrew Panarin, Artemi Panarin left. A lot of guys have leave the Blackhawks, and really take off. All right. They really, really, really take off. And you're wondering, like, what the heck is going on? Patrick Kane had some pretty interesting comments about it. Here's what he said. Patrick Kane criticized the Hawks and the player development and is not surprised that players traded are doing well. So he attacked the front office, basically saying that the player development department is not good. All right. And not everyone's going to be a Patrick Kane who has unbelievable talent, unbelievable natural talent and skill. Okay. Players need to be developed like any sport. Just because you got there, you got to a level. Some people get there just by talent alone. Okay. Some people get there by hard work. Some people get there by a combination of both. But once you get there, that's when the work really starts. That's when you have to really start being adamant about developing your players. You got to have a player development department that focuses strictly on their development. And you go away from the Blackhawks, you get traded, you leave via free agency or whatever, and you start doing well other places. You're like, whoa, what the hell? Why couldn't you do that here? That happens with us and the Bulls. All right, there's a guy this weekend at All-Star Weekend making his first All-Star appearance. The guy who was here for 4 years in Lowry Marketing, and he wasn't even sniffing an All-Star selection when he was here. Now, mind you, he was right out of college, but I think he had more than enough time to develop him. Now he went to Cleveland. Was it Cleveland or Minnesota? Sorry, Minnesota. I think it was in the Zach LaVine trade. And then Cleveland, and then Utah. And in Utah, he just blew up. He flourished. And you're wondering, like, wow, we had this guy. We literally had this guy on our team. So where was the development of Lowry Marketing at that point? And I know it was a different regime. All right, it was a different regime. Here's our guy at All-Star Weekend. It was a different regime, different front office, different head coach. But damn, man. I might imagine him as our stretch four now. Oh, Cleveland, then Utah. Yeah, well, Utah's his last. That's where he's at now. So yeah, so it's Minnesota, Cleveland, and then Utah. Yeah, imagine having him on the Bulls now. We wouldn't worry about the three-point shooting. We have our dude, that's for sure. Well, that's for sure. Man, oh man. Whoa, we got. You know what I love? I love the different conversations. I love the different conversations that we have going on here. Then they talk about diabetes. Cornelius, you fast because it helps control your diabetes. Okay, understandable. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, Shorty, here's what you tell your mom, because my mom has diabetes as well, and so the thing about the carbs are the worst thing for her. The worst thing for her. And we'll go back to sports, but we're talking about life and death situation here, like for real. We're talking amputated feet, and we don't want all that shit. And I was a strength and conditioning coach in health, a PE teacher for 15 years, health, obviously taught health. Here's what my mom didn't get, and I still fight with her all the time. A 77-year-old Hispanic woman, you're not going to change her mind very much, all right? But I still try. Her eating carbs is the worst thing for her, because carbs, when unused, okay, because obviously carbs are the fuel for your body. So if you're going to go exercise and everything, yeah, build up on carbs, okay, if you're not trying to lose weight. But I digress. Carbs, when unused, turns to sugar. So when they are unused and they turn to sugar, guess what happens to your sugar levels? Spikes it up. So talk to moms about that. If you can, you should be able to find different articles on that. Show her that, okay, and that might help a little, depending on how old your mom is, how stubborn she is. Like I said, I got a 77-year-old stubborn Hispanic woman. It's tough. Okay. Luckily, the doctors are helping me with saying this. They're echoing the same thing that I'm echoing to her. That I'm saying to her, they're echoing it, and she's like, oh, "Okay, well, maybe I won't eat so much rice." Try and tell a 77-year-old Hispanic woman, a Mexican woman, she can't eat rice. Shimbles took out the irony cord on me. The last time I got hit, I was 16 years old in high school. No way, dude. All right. But that's the thing with carbs. She's like, no, Mom. And they're so stuck in their ways, aren't they? They think because they've done it to this point, they've survived. Like, no, that's not how it works. We got more info now. Like, carbs are not good for you, especially because of your diabetes. But if the doctor is telling her she needs to eat carbs, he's full of shit. He's full of shit. Shorty, you don't got to give me her number, Papa. Because she'll be like, who the fuck are you? Click. Yeah. No, dude, carbs are the devil. They are the devil. If any doctor is telling that to her, he needs to have his license examined. But I digress. We got back to it. Let's get back to it. We're talking about the Blackhawks. And, Patrick Kane talked about the development department with this team. With this new coaching staff, new general manager, are they going to invest in a player development department like the Bulls have? But I don't want to talk about the Bulls yet because you have a player development department, but you're not developing players. But I digress. Yeah, it's this Hawks team. You want Connor Bedard, you got to lose. Period. No, nothing fancy about it. No ifs, ands, or buts. Keep losing. Patrick Kane, the deadline is still a short distance away. He was also very pissed because he wanted to go to the Rangers. And the Hawks didn't make it happen. He wanted to play with Artemi Panarin again, from what I'm hearing. And they ended up signing someone else. And then Cannon was a little salty about that. A little salty. So I don't know how it's gonna play out as the trade deadline gets closer. And then one more piece of news before we go to the break. More Blackhawks news, and it sucks, man. It really, really sucks. Jonathan Toews, he released a statement saying that he will, here's the statement. First of all, thank you to the fans and all those who have shown concern about my absence. I'm still dealing with the symptoms, of long-term COVID and chronic immune response syndrome. Okay. It's been really challenging to play through these symptoms. In the last few weeks, it has reached the point where I had no choice but to step back and concentrate on getting healthy. I am thankful for the patience and support of my teammates, the coaching staff, and the entire Blackhawks organization. This was released yesterday. Wish him well, man. You wish him well. It's our captain, my captain. And his absence from the team is huge. Remember, he had a pretty serious disease situation 2 years ago where he missed the whole season for chronic fatigue syndrome or something like that. And you got to take care of himself. All right. And so I wonder how much that had to play into his, extreme COVID symptoms and situation now. So just wondering how that situation is affecting him now. So pretty interesting. Keep the captain in your thoughts and prayers. Like I said, it's not about hockey at this point. It's about him getting healthy, and being able to having a good quality of life. Right? There's nothing better than, when we're younger, we don't think about our health because we have it. All right. We don't think about it. We think we're invincible, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. But as we get older and things start to break down, you're like, holy shit, we realize how important health is. And if you were fortunate enough to have somebody in your ear to helping you early on to take care of your body, to eat right, or at least teach you how to eat right. So as you get older, you can start eating right. You're in a better spot. But hopefully, again, thoughts and prayers of Sports Zone Chicago go out to my captain, Jonathan Tays. Hope he gets better. And don't worry about the rest of the year. Okay? Just sit out, get healthy. All right. They'll probably sign you in the offseason again because you and Kaner in the last year of your contracts. And you guys can retire Blackhawks forever. Be Blackhawks forever. All right, I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I want them to trade Kane, but that's okay. Anyway, hey, listen, we got to take a quick break. And on the other side of the break, we have more top of the morning topics. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
The future is threatened by enemies often unrelenting.
Brains, get these people out of here.
It's gonna be all right.
Unexpected and unpredictable.
Stay alert, Marines.
In the midst of an uncertain and evolving world, the need for Marines to defeat these shifting threats is critical.
Enemy drones down.
Because the need to ensure stability for our nation has never been greater.
Sending coordinates now.
Target acquired.
When there are battles to win for America's future, there is one constant: Marines.
The Earth is 70% water. And 30% land. But the entire sky belongs to us. Copy that. Team Hireman.
There's a seven-time All-Star, Damian Lillard.
I think it's incredible that Adam allows things like this to be done nowadays. Like, just for the NBA as a whole.
I think it's cool, right? Dollar on the back.
This is his range. That's easy.
This
That's
money
easy.
ball.
He needs the money ball.
And
he got it. Hey, now.
Please direct your attention to center court and welcome Head of Marketing for Starry, Michael Smith, here to present the 2023 Starry Three-Point Contest Trophy to Damian Lillard from the Portland Trail Blazers.
Oh, welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of was it CBS? Man, that was Dollar Dame, Logo Lillard, baby, with the 3-point contest trophy in hand. And you know what was funny is he was talking while he was shooting. I thought it was really funny. During his shot, he was mic'd up and he said, if I don't win this one, he goes, I'm retiring for good. I'm retiring for good. So he wins it. And after he wins it, he said, hey, he goes, I'm glad I got this one. It feels really good. I might have to come back for a second one. I thought that was awesome. You know, Damian Lillard is a dude that I really love. All right. He doesn't talk a lot. He's not a shit talker. He's not a get in your face type of dude. I mean, he goes and he handles business. All right. He handles business. All right. He dropped 40 on us. I love his. If we could have those trade rumors, him for Zach LaVine were true, and we did that, man, let me tell you what, not only would I, but I'll tell you what, the entire Chicago Bulls nation would have been happy as pigs in slop. All right. Because that dude is an assassin. That dude has an edge. That dude plays with a sense of urgency. That dude plays to destroy, not to beat you, not to win, but to destroy you, to embarrass you. And that's the kind of guy we want here in Chicago. Those are the type of people we've had here, okay, throughout the history of our sports teams. And that would have been perfect for our mentality, for the city's mentality. But unfortunately, that trade, those rumors never came to fruition. Never came to fruition at all. So that's unfortunate because I don't know how many of you like Zach LaVine. All right, I do, but he doesn't do it for me. He just doesn't have the right mindset. And people talk about getting the right mindset for anything. And to me, he doesn't have the right mindset to take this franchise to the place it needs to go, and that's to the top of the NBA and the hoist an NBA trophy. I just don't think he has it. The talent, yes, second to none. But the mindset is most important, and he doesn't have it. So. Let's see who else we got in the chat today. Nomad's in the house. You're back, baby. What's up, Papa? How are you? Nomad Lavette Lee is in the house. Good morning. Cornelius. Hi, Sam. Okay. All you guys, I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it greatly. Yesterday, the NBA All-Star game. Well, you know, let's go Saturday. Saturday, the NBA All-Star Saturday. Listen, those are fun. When I worked mine in 1988, Charlie, first of all, that's crazy. 1988. All right. That's when Michael won the dunk contest. It was here in Chicago, obviously. I wasn't working anywhere else in high school. That's when Larry Bird won his back-to-back 3-point title. That's where Larry Bird shot it. And as before it goes in, he's walking off. He raised his finger. His number one, knew he would win. It was dope. It was dope. And the way that the NBA has transformed All-Star Saturday from then to now is nothing short of amazing. Okay? It's nothing short of amazing. And it's a spectacle now. I think it's pretty cool. I like some of the things that they added. But the two staples are the 3-point contest and the dunk contest. And in true NBA fashion, we had an unbelievably entertaining All-Star Saturday. All right. Mac McClung, listen, this dude, wow. Mac McClung, look at that. From the Philadelphia 76ers, wins the dunk contest. So you can't say white man can't jump. Actually, you couldn't say that after Rex Chapman back in the day. If you're a certain age, you remember Rex Chapman. He'll come down on a fast break and pull up from, 25, 30, or he'll go dunk on your head. Rex Chapman was no joke out of Kentucky. But in case you still believe the white man can't jump, look at my man's head. Look at my man's head. It is almost at the rim. Insane. So Mac McClung became the latest winner of the NBA dunk contest, and I thought that was dope. And then you had our guy. I'm telling you, I love this dude. This dude he is a stud. We just got done talking about him, Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard is the things he does. Imagine what he would do to this franchise. Imagine, you know what I mean? Like, that's the type of thing you're looking at, you're like, holy snap. Like, what it would do to other teams. You come here, we have Damian Lillard, you'd have DeMar, you'd have, Kobe. I don't know about Vooch. But we talked about Damian Lillard. Here at the All-Star game in Utah, Mac McClung, the dunk champion, and Damian Lillard, the three-point champion. Okay? Now, it was crazy. And here's why it was so awesome. So Mac McClung's had quite an interesting week. Last 5 or 6 days have been pretty cool. Look at this. So he went from playing the G League, Philadelphia's G League team. Okay, this is a lot within the last 6-7 days. He went from playing from Philadelphia's G League team to getting called up to the Philadelphia 76ers. So it's called up to the big squad. Then after that, not only does he get called up to the big squad, but he signs a deal with Puma. So he ends up signing a deal with Puma. Then he goes and wins the dunk contest. How crazy is that? How nutso is that? So he's made a little over $100,000 in his. He's made $106,000 in his career earnings to this point. $106,000. You know how much he won for winning the dunk contest? He won $100,000. You talk about almost equaling his career earnings just by winning the dunk contest. That's dope. Now, if he don't look like, look at my man. If he doesn't look like your accountant, a stockbroker, your cert agent, I don't know what does. Your next door neighbor in the burbs don't look like a dude with stupid hops who's dunking over people sitting on top of another dude's shoulders with 360 reverse dunks. That's not what he looks like. I think that's awesome. I think that is so awesome. Moving on to the next top of the morning topic, the White Sox. We got a couple things for him. First of all, I'm sorry, the NBA All-Star game. Let's actually talk about the game. The NBA All-Star game was yesterday in Utah. And listen, I thought this was the funniest thing. This is obviously doctored, all right, photoshopped, but I thought it was the funniest thing when I first saw it. The NBA is not going to do anything that's silly. All-Star 2023 slut. Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. But in the NBA All-Star game yesterday, oh, wow, we just got a notice. The Clippers are signing Russell Westbrook. We'll get back to that later. In the NBA All-Star game yesterday, Team Giannis, all right, defeated Team LeBron 184-175. Jason Tatum had 55 points, 27 in the third quarter alone. He wins the MVP, the Kobe Bryant Award. You know, so many people, especially coaches, just are not happy with it. No defense. Everybody's letting everybody score. Okay. Remember when Mike was playing, and I know I say it all the time, but they play defense. And when it was here in Chicago, he was like, man, Mike said, hey, get ready. He goes, we're playing defense. He goes, so don't get mad, don't get ready. We're playing defense. And man, he had a couple of blocks, it's just fun. Because it's the world's most talented pickup game is what it was. Okay, and what it's turned into. So you don't block anyone's shot when you're playing pickup? You don't steal the ball from anyone when you're playing pickup basketball? Come on, man. I think that it got away from me that way, and it was bothersome to me a little bit because of it. Like, come on, man, let's play some defense. Let's box out. Let's block some shots. Let's steal. Let's do a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I was a little annoyed with it, the way it's gotten. What can we do for it? I don't know. I really, really don't know. So, anyway, moving on. The White Sox. Elvis is back in the building. All right, the White Sox have re-signed Elvis Andrus to a 1-year, $3 million deal. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. He played shortstop last year. And TA was out. He went to second. So he's going to play second base for us this year. And I think that goes a long way in solidifying our defense. I think Luis Robert is back to 100% healthy. For how long? That's the question. But he's back at 100%. His health is back at 100%. Real quick for Luis Robert. So now Luis Robert is going by Luis Robert Jr. because his father's name is Luis Robert, obviously the first. But in Cuba, they don't usually say that. Junior, senior, junior. But apparently, when his father's here now, and he's seen it and heard it here. So he was ribbing him, just giving him a hard time. Said, "Oh, you're not going to call yourself junior because I'm the first Lewis. I'm Luis Robert Senior." And so now, I don't know if he out of respect for his father or maybe he just, he's changed. So he's now going to be Luis Robert Jr. Okay, that's cool. All right. But I'm happy to say they signed Elvis. Elvis and Tim Anderson up the middle makes our defense much stronger. Lou Bob in center field makes our defense up the middle very strong. Now we need help with the catcher position. And we're not getting that because Yaz isn't going anywhere. So, but at least 2 levels of our middle defense will be strong. The infield and center field. So those 2 will be strong. I'm happy for that because, we've had a lot of situations arise where poor defense. The White Sox last year, the last 2 seasons really, have not defended very well. And that's a huge problem. When you're not clicking on all cylinders like they were last year, okay, then you need to make sure that you don't give up cheap runs. You need to make sure that your defense is solid. So any cheap runs don't beat you, because at that point, anything is a huge run. Any runs are huge runs if you're not scoring at a prolific rate, which the White Sox were not last year. Okay, so shore up the defense. Let's get back to hitting the ball out of the ballpark. Let's get back to putting a quarter in the merry-go-round, seeing guys going first to third, second to home. Let's get back to that a lot this year, and things will be much better. And then if we shore up since we've shored up the infield with Elvis and Tim in the middle, Elvis at second, Tim obviously at short, Lou Bob in center. These are all small. I don't want to say sneaky signings. It's not like the Terrell Lewis one for the Bears. That's a sneaky signing. No one knew about him, and he's a stud back in college. But this is a small, not a huge name signing for the White Sox that could prove vital. Okay? Could prove vital. And with the talent, we still got to go through Cleveland. Okay? Still got to go through Cleveland. So the one thing Cleveland did not do last year was shoot themselves in the foot. Okay? And if you're going to beat Cleveland, and Minnesota's going to be up there too, all right, you're going to have to play a style of baseball where you don't shoot yourself in the foot. And this could be, and plus he's a good locker room guy. Okay? You know, he's Hispanic, so he speaks the language. So it's going to be it's a really good signing by the White Sox to re-sign him, even if it's just for 1 year, $3 million. Okay? But I like it. I like it a lot. Okay? Defense is key. It's paramount. You know the old saying, Ozzy's old saying, how do you win games in baseball? Pitching, defense, and 3-run homers. we need a lot more 3-run homers this year. Okay? And it still irks me to no end that Ozzy didn't get that gig, but I'm not going to go down that particular route. Keeping it in White Sox camp. Minor leaguer. You got rid of that already, dude? Or did I didn't put that in there? No, I didn't. Okay. About Anderson Comas? Okay. Well, yeah. We can talk about this. And I see why it's a big deal for some people now. I thought we kind of got past the shock value of people. But Anderson Comas posted he's a White Sox pitcher in the minor leagues. He posted on his Instagram that he is part of the gay community. He's gay. All right. So he's the first openly gay White Sox, first openly gay player in the White Sox organization. Okay. I don't really give a shit. Who cares? Okay. We've had, to me, this seems more like a PR stunt than anything. And don't at me, because listen to what I'm saying. At this point, we're in 2023. Okay. There are images around, the locker rooms are different now. Society is different now. When it was very taboo to come out and talk about your sexuality back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and maybe even the 90s. Okay. We're in 2023. Okay. Our first openly gay NFL player in Michael Sam come out. So it's not like, oh, how can I put this? Who you sleep with and who your sexual preference with has nothing to do with, I really don't care. Can you help this ball club? Okay. And I get if you want to sit back and go say, well, back in the day, it wasn't like that. No, you're right. But we're not back in the day anymore. We're in 2023. All right. I really don't give a shit who you sleep with. Okay. I don't. All right. I care. Can you help this team win? Can you help this organization win? All right. But if you felt that you coming out took a burden off your shoulders, okay, fine. But don't expect special treatment because of that. You follow me? I just don't want it used as a crutch. I don't want that thrown in my face as a crutch. Okay. I'm happy that that you're able to come out and talk about it. Okay, great. Okay. But that, truth be told, is none of my concern. It really is. I couldn't care less about your sexuality. I care if you can help this organization win. Like I said, it's 2023. That is not, and to you, it's personal, and it could have been a big issue. And again, for that, cool. I get it. But for me, my thing is, how can you help this organization win? Okay. How can you help this organization win? All right. Because we need it. We need winning. All right. And we're in our quote unquote championship window. Can you be part of that? All right. So again, congratulations. I can't fathom what it would take for you to say that, to come out and put it on your Instagram thing. And all right. But now let's move on. What can you do for this organization? So we'll see if he's able to come up to the big leagues this year or next year and be a key piece. And if he is, that's awesome. If he's not, get him out of here just like anybody else who doesn't get the job done, get him out of here. Okay? Well, listen, we got to take a quick break. All right? At the other side of the break, we're going to talk to our guy from NBC Sports, Alex Shapiro, who just wrote an article yesterday, his latest mock draft. And I like it. I just think there's one thing I didn't like. Will Anderson did not get picked. I mean, the kid from Iowa State didn't get picked beforehand. No, we want him. We want him. Redo that article. We're going to talk to Alex Shapiro on the other side of the break, talking some Bears football. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Killed him. Oh, man.
Compound A, 46.7% by weight. Compound B.
Once you post your image online, you can't take it back. Anyone can see it. Family, friends, anyone. Remember, think before you post.
holding the other guy. At some point, he gonna go down. Oh, that's a 50.
Here comes McClung.
Oh, yes, Hezzy. That's a Hezzy. That's called a Hezzy dunk. So you
high school jersey.
Yeah.
High school jersey. This is the high school that he played for, that he broke the Iverson and the J.J. Redick records in the state of Virginia. Here he goes.
And he's putting on the handle.
Wow, look at this.
That's a 540.
That was beautiful.
Look. That's a 540, bro. He really tricked you all day.
You know what it is?
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of TNT. That was All-Star Saturday. Dude, I'm telling you, white boy had stupid hops. Unreal. I showed you the picture of his head. He could have literally kissed the rim. That's how crazy high my man was. Dude, that was good to see. And that brought a little fun back to the dunk contest, which has been lacking in recent years. All right. But thank goodness that he brought some fun back into it. Thank goodness. And trust me, he's happy. Like I said, he's had $106,000 career in his career earnings to this point, and he won $100,000 just in addition in winning the dunk contest alone. So he almost doubled his career earnings because of Saturday. So great, congratulations to Mac McClung. Hopefully you stick around for a while. Hopefully you can stick around for a while and do something. But enough basketball. We're going to talk. You listen. You know me. I could talk any sport possible. All right. I grew up playing baseball, football, basketball, and hockey. All right. But this is my shit. Let's keep it real. All right. My next guest is a guy I cannot wait to talk to. He just wrote an article for NBC Sports Chicago. He had a mock draft. And it was interesting. The Bears traded 3 times in his draft. And we're going to talk to him about it and what he thinks. All right. You can find him, my man, on Twitter at Alex Shapiro. Okay, NBCS. Guys, just welcome back to Shawn and Maya, Alex Shapiro. Alex, what's up, Papa? Good morning.
Yo, I'm doing great. Thanks again for having me, Shawn. Good to see you.
Likewise, man. Likewise. Like, no, they are getting, was it Will McDonald? That's who I want. He didn't go right before us. Change your draft. Change your mock.
Yo, you can't go back. That's the thing about the mocks, right? And why it's kind of a fun exercise. Because I was trying to trade back up to get Will McDonald. Couldn't make it happen. So then I ended up trading back. Because I was right with you. I was like, okay, let's see if we can get this guy to pair with Will Anderson. Totally restock it. Didn't come together, though.
Listen, mocks are the stupidest thing in the world. They're fucking dumb. They have no speculation. The worst thing in the world. And I cannot get enough of them. I cannot stop looking at them. Oh, you're stupid. Get out of here. Oh, I like this one. Okay, that's good. Oh, no, this one's dumb. Get out of here. No, they're not going to get Will Anderson, Jalen Carter, and, no, get out. Dude, I look at least 3 to 5 mock drafts a day from different people. I feel like Pookie and I'm like, you should be calling me, man. It'd be calling me. I gotta look at my mock. Let me check this one. Dude, they're killing me. Smalls are killing me, but I love it. Talk to me about let's talk about that. Your article in your latest mock draft. In that article, what the Bears did, because they didn't keep the number 1 pick.
No, so I'm with you. They're fun. And I made mention in my intro. It's like, I'm not trying to predict accurately what's going to happen because that's impossible. Nobody knows what's going to happen. We're always surprised. There's always going to be somebody that falls and somebody that rises. And there's always going to be some team that trades that nobody projected. So trying to do it accurately, it's just not going to happen. It's really just to get familiarized with certain players and to have some fun. So, yeah, I believe in the Bears' best interests. It's to trade back unless they just are totally dead set on either Will Anderson or Jalen Carter. In that case, if you are totally dead set, Will Anderson is our dude far more than Jalen Carter, then, yeah, maybe stay there at number 1. But for me, add that draft capital, add as many bites as the apple as you can, add more assets to your arsenal so that you can then take maybe picks that you acquire in that trade and move them around to bring in other players or move up if you want to later. So that's why I went with the trade down to 4. Now, interestingly, because the draft machine sometimes lets you do things, sometimes it doesn't. I was trying to trade down to 2 and then back down to 4 or maybe even 7, depending on how things went. but the Texans weren't biting in this mock draft. So
Damn
that's why
Texans.
so I ended up at 4, and it was Jalen Carter that went at 3. So it went to 2 quarterbacks, 1, 2, Jalen Carter at 3, and I was left with Will Anderson at 4.
Okay. Yeah, that's my dream. 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 7, 8, 9. Whoever you got, Vegas, you got Carolina's at 9, and then you have who's at 8? Who's at 8? Shoot, I can't think of it off.
Yeah, I don't know. I just have the big quarterback team. So the Raiders at 7, the Panthers at 9, the Texans
Atlanta
doing the Colts.
Atlanta.
Okay, so they could be involved,
and they need a quarterback too.
Sold. Yeah, if they're not sold on Desmond Ridder, who knows? Maybe they're involved and they want to take another swing at QB.
Yeah, and so that would be in a perfect world, my ideal situation for the Bears. Yeah, 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 7, 8, 9, wherever. And then I'm okay with not getting Will Anderson or Jalen Carter. I'm okay. All right, if we get a lot more draft capital, if we get more draft capital, and one thing I said was if we can stockpile second round picks for this year, all right, I'd be happier than a pig and slop. People are happier than a pig and slop, dude, because there's so much talent, especially in edge. And then again, let's not forget, similar to last year, where there was more talent last year, but the effect is still going to be here. The people who got the extra year of COVID because of extra year of eligibility because of COVID, we're going to see some of those players as well come out. So the talent, first round talent is going to get a push in the second in the third and the fourth, all the way down into UDFAs or undrafted free agents like Sanborn. All right, like we got him. So that's what I'm excited about. That. Talk to me about before the draft. All right, we're going to get back to your article again, but free agency, because that's more important. That's not more important, but that's the first important part of it, because that will give us an idea of what we may do in the draft. Who do you want to see to go after, or in a perfect world, Alex, who do you want them to get? I know, don't worry about them getting tagged or anything else, but if you say, I want the Bears to get this dude or these two guys, who would you want them to get in free agency?
I mean, there are so many dudes. There are so many guys. I am a guy who's sold on Orlando Brown. I know there's some people like, is he really worth the top left tackle money? It's like, this guy he's really, really good. Who cares if he's top 2 or top 5 or top 8 or wherever he is? They need help on the offensive line. And he's a guy who is still young in his prime and can play a lot of football, hopefully, for a long time and lock down one of those positions. And then that allows you to take Braxton Jones, move him to right tackle, and it just makes everything better. So if Orlando Brown is not tagged, that's a guy I'm looking at. I think the Bears should re-sign David Montgomery, honestly, even though it is a totally stacked running back class. I don't know that Miles Sanders moves the needle for me a lot, nor does Josh Jacobs. I know Josh Jacobs had an unbelievable season. Tony Pollard is really interesting, but to me, Tony Pollard is a little closer to Khalil Herbert, where David Montgomery gives you something different, and then Saquon Barkley is different. Saquon Barkley is different.
Yeah.
But for me, and why I'm happy keeping David Montgomery, he's an excellent pass protector. He's the best pass catcher in that room, and he gives you a different flavor from Khalil Herbert, right? Khalil Herbert, he is great in the zone scheme, and I think he can thrive with more carries in that zone scheme that Luke Getsy has put into place. But David Montgomery is, 3rd and 1, go get me 2 yards. I trust David Montgomery to do that. In the low red zone, we saw David Montgomery was really successful last season. So for those reasons, I think David Montgomery is a guy who stays in free agency. And then on the defensive line, I like Javon Hargrave for the Eagles, even though he's not that like 3-tech. I mean, you still need a guy to play next to the 3-tech, and he's real good. He was part of that unbelievable Eagles pass rush that didn't really get a lot of the spotlight just because there were so many excellent players on that defensive line. And then Daron Payne is a guy that myself
my dude.
Everybody seems to be on the Daron Payne. Right, you're on him. He's a guy that my colleague Josh Schrock really turned me on to really early in the season. He was on it like week 3. He was like, yo, Daron Payne. And then, we were watching during that Commanders game, obviously. He can be that guy at the 3-tech who can elevate everything. But they've got a lot of cash to spend. It'll be interesting how they spend it.
They do. And guys, we're joined by Alex Shapiro from NBC Sports Chicago, Bears beat writer, talking Bears football right here on Shawn and Maya in the morning. on Sports Zone Chicago. Yeah, Deron Payne. I'm wondering what's going on. You know what? Thanks for reminding me because I got to reach out to my girl Kelsey Nicole Nelson, who covers the Redskins, because I want to see, because they got Chase Young to pay. They also have Sweat that's coming up soon. So, but some of the things that I'm hearing is they might not be all in on Chase Young. So if they're not all in on Chase Young, they might be willing to tag Deron Payne, which I'd be not very happy. I wouldn't be a happy camper, but we'll see. I got to reach out to her and see, because I'd like to see what that vibe is over there. Because if he's available and we get him, whoo, Charlie, that makes our draft thing. That makes one huge piece. Now it's not a priority. It's get another guy in a rotation to go with him, I think. But we got to see it. Me personally, I say get 2 tackles. If you could find one, and say, hey, listen, Braxton Jones, you did a great job at left tackle. The only thing you couldn't do was handle the bull rush. That should be taken care of in this offseason.
Hit the weight room.
Hit the weight room, kid. That's it. All right, Alex Leatherwood. All right, hopefully you're not getting mono again, so you're going to get back to your regular playing weight, your regular playing strength, to speak. All right, these 2 are starting. Go win yourselves a job. How bad you guys want it, and boom, leave it at that. Right? There's a crazy thing called competition that rules the world. So let them go get it, and I'd be so happy. And I know Justin would be happy knowing I got 4 tackles here fighting for 2 spots, 4 good tackles fighting for 2 spots. I think that would be cool. That's what I would do for free agency. In addition to Deron Payne. Talk to me some more about your mock draft and where you went after that, after dropping to 4 and getting Will Anderson.
So I was telling you, I was trying to trade up for Will McDonald. Didn't happen. Then I'm figuring, okay, you know what? I'll settle for BJ Ojulari, who's also a nice player. And again, he'll add to that room. And then bam, BJ Ojulari is picked right before me. So I'm kind of scrambling. I'm like, whoa, what are we doing here? There were some offensive linemen I had my eye on later that I didn't necessarily want to reach on. So I ended up trading down. And that's when I got Dalton Kincaid. And I know there were people mad on social media. How dare you take a tight end in the 2nd round when we have all these needs? Listen, Dalton Kincaid is a hell of a player. And he would really, I think, bring another element to this Bears passing attack and could help Justin Fields a lot. Cole Kmet is a phenomenal player. And he's grown a lot over his short career with the Bears. But I don't know that he is that wide receiver tight end, like a Mike Gesicki. He is great in run blocking, which makes him super effective leaking out in the play action schemes and all of that nature. But in terms of, hey, just line up in the slot like a wide receiver, go run down the seam and haul down a catch, I think Dalton Kincaid can be that guy for the Chicago Bears. And now if you have 2 tight end sets with a guy like Dalton Kincaid or a guy like Mike Gesicki, right? We're talking about free agents. Mike Gesicki could fit this role too from the Dolphins. Now you have these really interesting 2 tight end sets that Luke Getsy can throw out there that really they weren't able to do last year with James O'Shaughnessy, Ryan Griffin. It just didn't really come together. That gives them a really interesting look. It allows them to be multiple, which they really enjoy. So I think Dalton Kincaid could be an interesting guy to keep an eye on in terms of, hey, we need to get creative about adding pass catchers to this team. And I don't think that the wide receiver class this year is as strong as it was the past few years. Because, I mean, the last few years, it's been so many top flight guys in the draft. None of the guys are really calling to me as like, oh, this is a can't miss elite wide receiver dude like there were in the past, which is why, okay, maybe we look at tight end.
Okay, since you went down that road, let's go down this road. The wide receiver batch is not a batch like it's cookies. Crop is not as highly talented or highly touted. Let me put it that way. All right. So then who would you give me some names that you think the Bears might be interested, or you would be okay with the Bears going to trade for? We're talking T. Higgins, you're talking Mike Evans, you're talking who was the other
Devontae Adams.
Really?
That's a pipe dream. Let me start by saying that's a total pipe dream. But if the Raiders, who now aren't getting Tom Brady because he's retiring, if the Raiders miss out on Aaron Rodgers, if the Raiders just their plan A doesn't work, their plan B, their plan C, their plan D, their plan E, all of these things, if those don't work out and they say, okay, let's switch gears, let's draft a young quarterback, or let's rebuild, let's retool, and let's move on. Again, it's an incredible long shot. I don't actually really think this would happen. But if Davante Adams becomes available, woof, he's a guy that's at the top of my list. And then another one, here's a name who's kind of started to percolate a little bit. When people look at the Chargers salary cap status, now there are ways, salary cap, there's a lot of magic that happens where you can move money around and make it work. But again, and I think this is a long shot, if Keenan Allen somehow becomes a salary cap casualty, that's a dude that I'm absolutely going after, because you have Chase Claypool locked in on the outside, where I don't really necessarily need my number one wide receiver to be an X outside guy. Okay. Keenan Allen is so good in the slot. He works well as an outside receiver too. I know he's getting older, but he's a technician. His route running is so good. And that's why I believe there may not be this steep drop off for a guy like Keenan Allen, because he's not relying on speed. He's not relying on blowing by guys. He's, like I said, an unbelievably precise route runner. He uses that technical ability to create separation. And I think that ability should go on as he gets older, like we've seen other older guys succeed, like Davante Adams, like Cooper Kupp. These are the guys that don't rely on speed, that rely on their route running to get open, and they're able to do it even as they turn 30, 31, etc. So give me Keenan Allen if he becomes a salary cap casualty.
I'm torn a little, Alex. Would I take a speedster who scares the hell out of you, or just a precise route runner who you got opposing fans throwing shit at the TV like, damn it, he's open again, cover that son of a gun, you know what I mean? Like those guys, because I think that more so than the speed guy would take a lot out of you emotionally and psychologically during the game. If you got a speed guy, the guy's fast, you're going to do this, fine. But if there's a guy that for whatever reason that he just keeps getting open, like, dude, cover him, double cover him, dude. Oh, we got him. Oh shit, we left somebody else open. Boom, touchdown. Like what happened? What happened? Well, we double covered him because he had 6 consecutive third down conversions. And so I think that's the kind of guy that I would like more, because psychologically and emotionally that would suck the life out of a defense. That's like running like 3rd and 3 and you're running the ball and you get 3.5. And like, oh Jesus. All right. Every single time. 3rd and 5, you run it, you get 5.25. Just first down. It takes the emotion. It sucks the life out of you. You win by attrition is what it is. Yeah. Psychologically. So a wide receiver like that, I could or a slot guy like that, I could definitely go for. Let's talk about these rumors and your thoughts to these. I don't know. I call them clickbait stuff. Justin Fields being traded by the Bears so you can restart the clock. Your thought on that?
Trading Justin Fields, my thoughts on that and all the rumors about them. I'm not surprised. That's what this time of the year is all about. This is GM smokescreen season. If we weren't hearing whispers about Ryan Poles and, doing his due diligence on Bryce Young, I don't think Ryan Poles would be doing his job properly, right? He needs to put up smoke screens. He needs to deflect his true intentions so that he can do his job better. So again, I'm not totally surprised at hearing all of these things. I think this is something we all anticipated, that we would hear these things the moment they got the number 1 pick. It's like, okay, here come the Bryce Young rumors. And, he did it himself in that end of year press conference. I thought Poles handled it absolutely perfectly. Like, Justin Fields is our dude, and we're super excited about him, and he's shown us all of these things. And yes, here are the areas in which he can get better. We know that. He knows that. He knows that we know that. Like, we're all on the same page there about where he can get better as a pass catcher, but he has such unbelievable pass or playmaking ability that everybody's really excited about our future with Justin Fields. And I think that's genuine, right? I think the excitement around Justin Fields at Hallis Hall is sincere. But then he leaves it open. I feel that also. Right. Then he leaves it open to make a move of that magnitude. meaning moving on from Justin Fields, trading Justin Fields, we would have to be absolutely blown away, or whatever his exact words were.
Yeah,
I don't remember exactly his words, but it was something like, we would have to be completely blown away to make a move of that magnitude. So he's leaving that door open to be completely blown away, right? I think it's just GMs being GMs. This is the time of year that it is. We're waiting for the combine. Once the combine happens, then we'll have more to talk about. And then when the franchise tags and the transition tags happen, we'll have more to talk about. And then, free agency. So we have all these little tentpole events that we're waiting for. And in between, we speculate, we prognosticate, we do all the eights, and we talk about football and how what could happen, and wouldn't it be crazy if this happened? And involved in that is, do the Bears trade Justin Fields and go with Bryce Young and reset their clock? It's something to chew on, to consider, but I think it's highly unlikely. I think the rumors come with the territory, and I think if Ryan Poles is spreading some of the smoke, again, that's part of his job.
I think you're right. And here's my thought is, I don't think you want to go into a situation where, last year everyone had to learn the offense. All right. And according to multiple sources, this is a very difficult offense to learn. Okay. And if you don't believe me, go look in Denver, where they had the same God blessed offense with a Pro Bowl, Super Bowl winning quarterback and couldn't get it done. Okay. Why would you restart the clock with a rookie? Why would you have you know what I mean? Why would you have everybody else know the offense except the quarterback? You know what I mean? I think Justin, now everyone's familiar with the offense. N'Keal Harry, Chase Claypool, even though he came over in the middle of the season, Cole Kmet, Darnell Mooney, even though he got hurt, Montgomery, if you resign him, but everybody, all the offensive linemen, they all are familiar with this system. Okay. Why would you bring in a guy in the most important position in sports to have to learn it? And there's no way to, when people say that, when the announcers say it, that he's Young is a better passer than Fields, I'm like, did you see Justin Fields at Ohio State? Did you see
first
Justin
of all, the guy
Fields
last year?
Yeah,
his throws are unbelievable. Now you can talk about the decision making and the clock and all of that, but yeah, raw ability to throw the football, you're absolutely right. I mean, one of the best pure passers in the NFL, probably. His deep balls are nuts.
San Fran and Pittsburgh, his first year, when he's rolling to the left and throwing right and literally 3 or 4 inches away from a diving DB. It's like, come on, man. Like, this dude is phenomenal. This dude is it. He's that dude. And then he's 6'3", 2.25, who can run like a God blessed deer. Come on, man. And you want me to take Bryce, a 5'9", 5'10" quarterback, and you think he's going to be better than this dude we got? Come on. I was like, and then I realized, okay, maybe they're trying to feed into the hype and trying to get everybody, all right, okay, trying to create a buzz to have the Bears be able to get a haul for that first round pick. I truly hope that's all it was, because if somebody actually thinks that Bryce Young is a better passer or better quarterback, that not having taken one snap in the NFL and seeing what Justin has done, didn't he get an MVP vote, like a MVP? Anyway, he was electric last year.
But and here's the other thing is, drafting and developing a quarterback and getting a guy who is actually a guy is probably the hardest thing to do for an NFL organization, right? So many teams are just constantly looking for the dude. The Bears have been looking for that guy forever, and there's not many of them, right? No. There are not many of them, and every year we have all of these highly touted quarterbacks, and really only a few of them make it. Only a few of them make it. And the fact that Justin Fields has shown you enough, in my opinion, already to say, like, yeah, he has the tools to be the real deal. Man, you don't move off of that until you're really sure he's not. Because you don't know. Because you don't know what these other guys can bring, will bring at the pro level. Again, every year there's lots of super highly touted dudes. And every year, some of them make it, some of them don't. And if you have a guy in your building who has shown you a whole lot that he can do it, that's really, really tough. Really, really tough to move off of.
Look at the comment
to move off of.
Look at the comment from Nomad. I think that's probably the most apropos comment to this point. Giving Justin away is like handing another country a free nuclear weapon to harm you. if it's in the NFC, like why would you know what I mean? Like this guy, we've seen what he's done. We've seen how defensive coordinators have sleepless nights because of this dude. All right, and it's not even. And people talk about his passing. Yeah, he needs to get better at passing, but he also needs to get better at having better receivers. All right, stop dropping the ball, stop fumbling the ball, and Smith, whatever from the Vikings.
Smith-Marset.
Him. All right, EQ St. Brown on that fourth down, ball goes through his hands. Pettis. And as many bad throws as Justin Fields had last year, he had just as many, if not more, drop passes that could have extended drives, could have given an opportunity. I'm not saying they would have won that Minnesota game. I'm saying they're given the opportunity to win that game. Let's real quick before we let you go. Let's watch this clip when you talk about when Ryan Poles talks about I need to be blown away. Watch his body language, because to me that's everything. You could say what you want, but watch his body language when he says it.
We're going to do the same as we've always done. We're going to evaluate the draft class, and I would say this: I'd have to be absolutely blown away to make that type of decision.
Yeah, it wasn't as pronounced as I thought, as I remembered it. All right, I just feel like he was just like, I have to be blown away. Like it seems like I got to say this, but like I got to be blown away. I just think that it's just like you said. He's doing his due diligence. He's trying to get a haul. I think behind closed doors, like, Justin, we ain't trading you, dude. All right, we just got to do what we got to do. Just know you're our dude, and we got to do this so we can get as much as we can for that number one pick.
Well, let me tell you, I mean, going along your lines of reading the room, reading the body language, reading the expressions, sitting there in that room. I know, again, on social media, because you read the words and it sounds one way or it looks one way, but sitting in that room, hearing him say it, it, again, as you said, felt like, yeah, we are really comfortable with Justin Fields moving forward. We are planning on Justin Fields being our starter. I think he even acknowledged that. Like, all of our plans are Justin Fields is our starting moving forward. But of course, we're doing our due diligence. We are going to scout every single player in the draft because that's our job. That's what we're going to do. And during that evaluation, again, we would have to be completely blown away. Like, there's a chance, but it's a small chance. It's kind of like that Dumb and Dumber. So you're saying there's a chance. Like that. Those are more the vibes I got. Again, hearing that live in person was like, Justin Fields is the guy, but let's leave the door open because you're saying there's a chance.
It's like Slim and None, and Slim's about to leave town. Hey, Alex, great stuff, buddy. I appreciate it. Before you go, though, let everyone know they can find you and your work online and on TV. I see you and Ken on the big screen, baby.
Yes, we made it. For some reason, they put us on TV. They haven't canceled us yet. It's crazy. So you can read all my stuff on NBCSportsChicago.com. You can follow me on Twitter. It's right there, Alex Shapiro, NBCS. And then, as Shawn alluded to, we also have the Under Center podcast with our fearless leader, Kenneth Davis. He's the best host in town. Sorry, Shawn. You're a close number 2, but for best host in town, I got to go with my guy. I got to go with my guy, Kenneth Davis. And, of course, Josh Rock. And we have a TV show Wednesdays at 5:30. They put our nonsense on TV. It's amazing. It's incredible.
Dude, great stuff, buddy. We'll be in touch soon, man. Thanks again.
Yeah, thanks, Shawn. It's a pleasure coming on as always.
All righty. Guys, that's Alex Shapiro from NBC Sports Chicago talking Bears football. It got me fired up, man. Jesus Christ, it got me fired up. Just talking Bears, talking the possibilities, imagine Daron Payne as a 3-tech. Imagine, Will Anderson coming off the edge. Imagine Thule, destroying people up the middle. Imagine all these things. You know what I mean? Imagine. Great stuff. Whew, got me fired up, man. Told you I got goosebumps right now. Goosebumples right now, because talking and thinking about all the excitement that's coming down the aisle, coming down the turnpike. And here's the thing that I love. And a lot of you guys are we have a lot of guys here, and I'm very thankful for, is that your football IQ is pretty good. All right, and believe me, I'm very grateful for that. All right, because I don't mind talking to guys who are just like pure meatheads, because I get meatheady at times too. But you also have to know football, and you have to understand, and Nomad, you are right in this. Like, people just don't understand, and I can't. They should, but they don't. They don't give the same consideration to athletes and expectations that they do to themselves. Mr. Einstein, Nomad Einstein. But you talk about the year of the maturity, and I've said it for so long. I talked about Jalen Hurts saying it. I've said it for so long. When you don't have to learn an offense, when coaches don't have to teach you an offense, they can coach you in an offense. It's a different story. When you're familiar with the terminology, with your steps, with your routes, with your reads in this offense, it's a different story. And people don't want to acknowledge that. And I say this to put it in real world terms. When you started your first job, were you as good? When you started your job, you first started your job, were you as good that day as you are today? If you've been in there over 2 or 3 years, all right, were you as good that first day as you are today? The answer is hell, Mickey, Ficky, no. Okay, because you had to learn things. There's terminology. There's ins and outs. There's shortcuts that you could take. You know what I mean? There's different things. You just had to get acclimated to it. And once you did, man, you're a machine. Same thing here with an offense. Same thing here with a signal caller. Someone mentioned it earlier. And everything we put it up on the board. Well, we talked about. We talked about. Damn it. Here we go. Shorty, you put it. We saw what Justin's comfort with Mooney and Claypool was 2 years with them. All right. That's it. All right. And here's the thing is that they worked out with Justin Fields. So once they had the playbook, now they're running routes. They're running exact routes off the route tree that they're going to have. They're going to work on in OTAs, in camp, and in the season. I'm telling you, it gets so much different. Watch Chase Claypool. He's going to have a great season, especially if you go get a legit number one receiver. Oh, my goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. Okay, Cole Kmet, I think, has another 5 to 7, maybe even more, maybe 8 to 10 touchdown year. All right, maybe. We're going to see. But there's the learning curve. The initial learning phase of this offense is gone. It's gone. Watch how dope Justin's going to be. Watch how dope he's going to be. Watch how exciting our receivers are going to be. Okay? Watch how much more dominant our offensive line is going to be. Okay? I can't. I want to get there, but I also want to enjoy the process as we go away. I also want to see. I can't wait when they say, "Oh, we picked up Deron Payne." Like, yes. Oh, we picked up, the offensive tackle they're talking about from KC. Or we picked up, you know what I mean? I want to feel it. See, boom, watch that. Boom, watch that. Here we go. Bam, check this out. Oh yeah. There's one problem fixed. There's another problem fixed. Oh yeah. Now we can get a little funky in the draft with it. Okay, that's what I want to see. I want to get to the destination, and just like life. Well, life, I don't want to get to the destination. that's death. That's the end of the ride. Enjoy the journey. Remember we talked about it before, guys? Enjoy the journey. Okay? Enjoy it. Enjoy the mock draft. Enjoy the stupid mock drafts, the good mock draft. Because like you said, it's all for fun. Nobody knows. Okay? Enjoy when they pick up this guy. Enjoy doing your due diligence and your research and say, oh shit, they picked up, Terrell Lewis. Who's this? Oh my God. All right. Oh, they picked up who was the other dude? You guys, I forgot who. They had a couple of nice offseason, some silent under the radar signings. Okay. And enjoy that and say, oh, okay. And that's what I love about you guys is the fact that you guys are doing your due diligence. You're doing your research. You're doing and finding out who these guys are. Why did we sign him in the first place? Oh shit, look at him in college. Oh shit, look at him in the pro. Oh, he can't stay healthy. Okay. Well, if he can stay healthy, that's what I love about this. You guys in this group. It's very refreshing to have such a good group of guys, a good group of people who understand the game and want to talk it at a high level. All right. Listen, let's take a quick break, And on the other side of the break, we'll wrap this up. We'll talk a little more Bears. We'll talk little Bulls. All right. So let's don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
From Iraq and Afghanistan, our brave warriors are coming home, wounded. Some with wounds you can see, some with wounds you can't see. Wounded Warrior Project was created to support our men and women coming off the battlefield. Please help carry these warriors the rest of the way home. Get involved at woundedwarriorproject.org.
At a time when the news seems as subjective as the partisan politics dividing this country, independent professional journalism has become a resource people need to get the honest and accurate information for their lives. That's why I created JQuinnReports.com. As a born and raised Chicagoan, I know this city better than anyone. So my investigative stories are all original, and they'll go deeper to expose the truth by using information obtained from public information databases and in-depth interviews with the movers and shakers. My future stories will introduce you to people and businesses who are changing the world, not just Chicago. My missing person stories will spotlight those who you don't hear about in the mainstream media, who are often overlooked. If you want to hear my personal views on things around the world, check out my blog site, which is based off of factual information and my life experiences. There's also past episodes of my weekly sports podcast show, What's Up Cuz, that I host with my real-life cousin, Lance Irvin. So if you're looking for all this information and more, check out jcoynereports.com and follow me on Twitter at jcoyne.
Times popped up. Back in the fifth, he doubled and scored. Dribbler down the line at first. And half able to elude the tag, and he's safe. Reyes has reached twice with a walk and a double. Reyes launches one deep to left. Back it goes. And out of here. Two-run home run. A towering shot.
All of a sudden, we got a little ninth inning drama here. The Cubs have pulled within two. Still nobody out here in the top of the ninth.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of the Marquee Network. Yeah. You know what? Why didn't they re-sign Franmil? I don't know. That's interesting. He's with KC now. Or is he? I was trying to figure out if they re-signed him, because I thought it would be, minor league contract with the Royals. Okay, this month. Okay. He's 27 years old. It's not like he's huge, or he's old. He's 6'5", 27. Interesting. Why the Cubs wouldn't re-sign Franmil Reyes? I don't know. Oh. The Cubs are doing a lot of good stuff, and I'm very happy. Today is actually the day that position players report to camp. At least for the Cubs and Sox. Other teams have different days, different reporting days for pitchers and catchers and position players. But today is the day that position players report for both the Cubs and the Sox. And it's spring training. So everybody's excited. Everybody is looking forward to a new year. All right. We're all 0-0. Okay. You have high hopes. You have high dreams. Only to be let down some way, shape, or form. But for White Sox fans, we're hoping this is the year. We're hoping this is the year that they kind of get it together. Cub fans, I think you have another year before you're really, really. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the Cubs made the playoffs, right? But I don't think you'll be a serious contender to go deep into the playoffs until next year. Okay, I think the culture you're building in that clubhouse is going to be a good one. It's going to be a professional one. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to seeing how the Cubs play. Because my thought is I love the way Coach, I keep saying Coach, their manager, Grandpa Rossi, has these guys playing. I love the way that he gets the best out of those guys. And it seems like he's one of those old school guys. You got to play hard. And you know what? I'm okay with that. And you know what? I think the players are okay with that. All right. They won a lot more games last year than they probably should have. But they had nothing. They're devoid of talent. So now you've added some World Series champions. You've added some World Series medal. You've added some World Series players and Gold Glovers. You need that around your young players. So I'm looking to see how the rest of the team responds. I'm looking to see how that goes. And on the South side, I'm looking to see if they get it together. They finally get it together. They finally put it together. All right, because it's frustrating. Like we're in the third largest market in the country, man. Okay? Third largest city in the country. We should be contending in every sport. We should not be acting like a small market team. The Cubs realistically have been the only team recently that hasn't acted like a small market team. Okay? The White Sox, Jerry owning the White Sox and the Bulls, act like a small market team. Or teams, or all of those teams. The Bears have always been they've given money to the wrong person a lot of times. Okay? I think we got it right this time. I think with the front office there, I think it's good. I think we are good. So the Blackhawks, they're in a situation. They're trying to tank to get that number 1 pick, Connor Bedard. And I get it. I get it. It'll make your franchise better. Last time you had number 1 pick, you got a guy named Patrick Kane. Okay, and look how that turned out. So imagine having Patrick Kane here with the next number 1 overall pick and the next generational talent. Okay, that could change the fortunes of this franchise rather quickly. Okay, I just want our teams to be competitive like we should be. But back in the teens, all right, and we had 2015, the Blackhawks won it. 2015, the Cubs were in the NLCS. 2016, the Cubs won the World Series. 2017, they're in the NLCS. All right, 2018, the great year by the Bears. We're excited about it. All right, we need to have that back as a team, as a city. All right, I need all of our sports teams to give a damn. All right, and my White Sox are one of them. All right, they're one of them because we talked about these guys playing at a level, playing to their potential. That's really what it is. Can you play to your potential? Yohan Moncada, Luis Robert Jr., Eloy Jimenez, Tim Anderson. Can you continue to play? Can you play to your potential? Because if you do, I'm not worried about the season at all. Michael Kopech, now you got to play to your potential. All right, Lucas Giolito, you have to play to your potential. These guys, this is the thing that bugs me. Like I look at other organizations, and You look at other organizations, and they got guys who come in to work every single day, 162 days out of the year. They're there. They're checking in. They're playing hard. Us, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating. So we're going to see. We're going to see how it works out. I'm happy the position players are there. I'm happy that now that Elvis is in the building for the White Sox to work on that middle infield. I'm happy that Lou Bob is healthy. I'm happy Eloy is healthy. I'm happy Yo-Yo is healthy. And I really would love to find out who they worked with and what they were doing in the offseason for their conditioning. Okay, what they were doing to stop this perpetual string of soft tissue injuries. Okay, were you doing dynamic work? How flexible? How flexible are you? How was your stretching routine over in the off season? Your strength building. I'm very anxious. I would love to find out what they were doing. Because I can't have Yo-Yo or Lou Bob or Eloy getting hurt running the first base. Running the first base. All right, and then what's your pregame warm up? The Cubs haven't had situations like that. All right, soft tissue injuries like this. But man, it's frustrating. It's frustrating when you have guys running oh, you know what? I don't want you to run the first base because you might hurt yourself. What? It sends a bad message. It annoyed me to no freaking end. Don't hurt. I don't want you to pull anything. So, well, it's okay. Don't run the first base hard. No. So that whole mindset has to change. I hope Pedro Grifol, the new manager, changes it. It seems like he's going to be that dude, but we're going to see. We're going to see when bullets are flying. We're going to see when the action's live. Does he make the right call? Does he put people on Front Street? Does he hold them accountable? Does he get them to play for him? Does he get them to run through a brick wall for him? And it's tough. He doesn't seem overwhelmed. He doesn't seem to be a deer in the headlights. He seems to be anxious for this opportunity. And he's going to handle it like Matthew. He does have a lot on his plate. He does. But to this point, he said all the right things. His attitude is one that I can rock with. I can vibe with. All right? The accountability part, now we just have to see. Yes, looks like he looks to have a plan. That's the most important thing. Do you have a plan? And then the second most important thing to having a plan is sticking to it. Stick to it. Do not waver, because the kids are going to push you. These young guys are going to push you. Players will push you like kids will push you. They will push the envelope like a son of a gun. And you have to stand strong, remain steadfast in what you believe, in how you want people running the first base, running the second base, taking second, going second to home, first to third, hitting the cutoff man. All these little things that we talk about. Stay resolute, okay, in your beliefs. And if they don't do it, okay, then you're going to sit today. You're going to sit and watch. And if I don't feel that you're going to do it, if it happens again, you're going to sit a couple of days. Okay. And you know what? I have no problem putting him on Front Street. You know what? I really wasn't I wasn't happy with the effort that Luis Robert was giving. All right. I thought he coasted, so I let him sit on the bench for a while and think about it. Okay. And if it happens again, he'll sit on the bench a little longer to think about it. So I can't have people out here who are making millions of dollars playing a game, taking it easy. I can't have people who are here living out a dream, being one of the top 1% of earners in this country, and not maximizing their potential, not living up to their potential. So he's going to think about it. Nothing wrong with putting people on Front Street. Nothing wrong with demanding accountability. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with challenging your players. You know what? I think I think Yohan Moncada is one of the best players in baseball. He's not living up to that. He's not living up to that. He's good. So I gave him a couple of days off to think about and reevaluate his approach to the game. When I think he's ready, and I think he's, and I'll have a conversation with him when I think he's ready to go back and attack Major League Baseball as one of the best players in the God-blessed game, then he'll play again. But not before then. What is wrong with that? As a fan, you can't bitch and moan about anything because he's your favorite player. You're like, oh shit, he's holding him accountable. Isn't that what we wanted? Isn't that what we complain about? No one being held accountable. These are the types of things, and Yohan he's put on blast. Everybody knows. It's not a private conversation between him and the manager. Everybody knows. This is why I'm doing this. This is why I'm doing this, because I feel he needs to be better. Eloy Jimenez, same thing. He's not going deep enough in counts. He's acting too quickly. He doesn't look comfortable at the plate. So I gave him a day or two off to reevaluate this, to work with our hitting coach. And we'll take other steps if need be. But I feel right now this is what's needed. You're talking about, you're talking about Moncada's conditioning. Yeah, I want to see him. I want to see him. Like, look, dude, his build is perfect. It's very similar to mine. Like, he has a running back's build. And I love it. I love it. He's a powerful dude. I love it. All right. Does he have abs? I don't know. But I would love for him to see a thing with him, like a cut-off T-shirt in the batting cage. He's got abs. That'll show me how dedicated you are to your craft. Why? Because now you're taking nutrition you're adding it to your training regimen. To be the best, it encompasses everything, nutrition especially. All right, Lou Bob looks like one of those guys. He looks ripped. I've already seen it. Had pictures of him with his shirt off. He's ripped to shreds. 6'4". Damn. Looks like he could be a wide receiver in the NFL. Eloy's got to tone up. He's got to get a little more, he's a little jiggly. I'm not saying he's not strong. I'm not saying he's not explosive. No. But put some time in to your off-season regimen. Yeah, you'll see the definition of their face, their jawline. Yeah, and oh damn, they're for real about staying in shape. Instead of the bloated face, you have the shoot, and I love it. We're gonna find out, man, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to watching them. You know what I'm looking forward to? We talked about the World Baseball Classic coming up, both sides of town, north and south side. You're gonna have guys playing for their respective countries. And I think that's going to do a number for us. And it's obviously going to help other players from other teams because they're going to be playing in those competitive games as well. All right. But for me, I'm excited. I want my White Sox, okay, and your Cubs too, to come out. All right. Both guns are blazing. All right. Both guns are blazing for when the season starts. You're going to have high intensity games in the World Baseball Classic, playing for your country. Okay, it's going to be great for a lot of Cuban players. Yohan Moncada, Lou Bob. I think Abreu's playing as well. But those guys, man, how fired up are you going to be to play for your country? Okay, in the World Baseball Classic. So you come back to Scottsdale. I mean to Glendale. It's never that. Yeah, they're in Glendale. You come back there, afterward, you're ready to go. You're ready to go, baby. You're not easing into spring training. You're not stretching and trying to get in shape. No, you're in shape. And to start the season off really, really fast. Hit the ground running. HR said it's on the players. When strength and conditioning coach said what he said months back, that's pretty much said it all. You know? He's Nomad. You and me, Sports Zone Chicago, a fun hour of Bears talk. See, we can make it happen. I got a guy. I know a guy. Matthew, yes. That's the whole thing. Come back ready to play. Hit the season running. Hopefully, because a lot of times we start off slow because the weather's cool here. All right, in April. All right. Which is why I would always, and I've said before, and obviously you can't predict the weather. So unless you're playing in indoors like Milwaukee does, Minnesota's outdoors. Yeah. Start the northern teams. Start them on the road. All right. Have them in Texas. Have them in Houston. Have them in Arizona. Have them in Miami. Okay. Have them in LA, San Diego. All right, DC. Just have St. Louis. Have them down there in warmer climates for the first week or so, in the first 4 or 7 games or whatever. You know what I mean? And then come back, and hopefully that extra week works. All right. So we'll see. But man, listen, 2 hours is come and gone. I told you guys we had an abbreviated show today. It is President's Day. There's a lot I got to do today. I got to head up north today, so I'm looking forward to that. I got to going to hit the gym. I got to get to look at these markets a little bit. They're very slow because of the holiday. So yeah, listen, I want to thank my guest, Alex Shapiro, for coming on. Great stuff. Great stuff. Listen, man, if you don't follow him on Twitter, make sure you do. All his work, he says, is on NBC Sports Chicago. Go download the app. You can read it, or go to the website, and you can check out his article. His latest article, he did a mock draft. I said it was pretty good. So, listen, we're gonna take a 47 hour break. Yeah, we'll see you guys on Wednesday. All right, same bat time, same bat channel, 9 a.m. to noon Central Time. I'm working on some guests. I reached out. I'm waiting for a response today or tomorrow. But I'm looking forward to talking more sports with you. I'm looking to see if anything else happens. Because free agency, hold on, I want to make sure. Free agency starts. I was just talking with somebody with this yesterday because I have those dates pulled up. Oh, it's right here. It's key NFL dates. February 21st. Okay, so tomorrow, free agency. Teams can place a franchise or transition tag on players. Okay, so that starts tomorrow. Free agency starts in March 13th. All right. So good stuff. Good stuff. We'll keep you abreast of all the stuff, and then we'll talk a little more XFL. We didn't get much XFL in today. Just want to say it was a chance for a lot of guys to get a second chance at the Apple. All right, there was a lot of people who, real quick before we get out of here, I look at all the people: Vic Beasley, AJ McCarron, Josh Gordon, Martavius Bryant, all these guys to get a second shot at getting back into the NFL. All right, so a couple of good games that were on this week. So hopefully they take advantage of it. That'll be great. All right. So listen, I'm out of here. So for my guy Steve, for our executive producer Elliot Baez, Clarence Council, social media guy, my co-host Adam Sensa. Guys, hope you had a good time. Like I said, it was a little shortened because it's a holiday, it's President's Day, and I have a lot to do today. But I did want to get on here and talk sports with you and to shoot the shit with you. Nothing more, nothing less. All right. So we'll see you on Wednesday, guys. Same bat time, same bat channel. 12 o'clock. Don't forget, Lakina McGee and Sydney Brown will join you with Second City Sports. All right. So you can check that out at that point. But I'm out of here. I'm going to go grab something to eat. I'm a little hungry. All right. And then I got to head up north and I got to meet the newest grandson from my guy. So I'm looking forward to it. All right, folks. We'll see you on Wednesday. Your boy, the SuperBack. I'm out.